We were talking before the speech about what a tall order, I guess, it is for the Prime Minister. What did you make of what he had to say today?
It was quite something. There was not a lot in that speech to surprise us. We knew the outline of what he was going to say. We knew the outline of the argument. And bluntly, all the policy announcements that he made on A-levels, on vaping, and on HS2 had all leaked. So there was no surprise in any of that. But the question is, does the country now even get to hear that big argument at the centre of his speech, that he, not Keir Starmer, is going to be the agent for change, that he is the person, having looked at the problems that this country faces, knows the right prescriptions for the future? Now, I thought early on there was a really interesting line where he talked about the problem of 30 years of vested interest getting in the way of decision-making. He's appealing to the country to say, I know what real change looks like. But the problem, Sophie, is that 30 years includes the back end of the major years, all of the Cameron years, all of the Theresa May years, all of the Liz Truss minutes, all of those things, and Boris Johnson too. And he is basically saying, we know we got quite a few things wrong that we now have to fix. So look at those big policy prescriptions. HS2, decision taken by the Tories, now being unpicked by the Tories. In its place, £36 billion of projects in the north of England, but benefit, we're told, spread everywhere. Now, there's a smorgasbord of projects as yet to be revealed. He was reeling off all sorts of things. The Shipley bypass, various new Midlands hubs. The question there, brutally, Sophie, is we've taken away the money from HS2 in order to do a lot of much smaller projects, but in the next Parliament, where capital budgets are even shorter, are these not the very first target for cuts or to put money elsewhere? Will these projects even happen? We've got smoking, a very decisive decision from the Prime Minister, start raising the age at which you can buy cigarettes. I think personally he's trying to change the conversation around that. It is a different style of conservatism, perhaps, to the one of Liz Truss. And then you have the decision on education, yet another moment where we're shaking up the A-level system. I was at the conference speech when T-levels were announced. They've now gone, wrapped into a new qualification, presumably after the election. These are big gambles from a Prime Minister who needs to change the way the country looks at him. There was some show, not tell, but there was a lot of telling too. The opening section took quite a long time of him reintroducing himself to the country. Was it grabby enough? Was it attention-grabbing enough in order to do the job it needs to do?